Good afternoon from sunny. I feel like I should like pause because it like delays, and then it's just me every time mid sentence. But whatever. It's a pretty day, nice day here in sunny Austin, Texas. Before the heat comes, before it becomes unbearable. I went to the hospital yesterday. I was waiting for the Uber driver who was in rush hour traffic. I went outside. He drove past my place really fast. Like he was going like 4 blocks further. Like he was just, this isn't it. And then he proceeds to follow the map as it redirects him over and over again, like past my place this way, then like doot doot doot. He then cheats the system and says like your driver's waiting for you, like 20 blocks away. He like gives up. This is like me waiting on a bench staring at this for 30 minutes on my way, like waiting to go to the hospital because I'm too embarrassed to call an ambulance, because I feel like ambulances are people with serious problems that I felt like I was dying. I was going to go blind, or like I was about to go into some sort of weird like psychological episode because of vitamin D toxicity or whatever the fuck. Blurry vision, like confusion, exhaustion, like not good. And I was like, yeah, but someone might have been shot, so they can use the ambulance. I can call an Uber, but not apparently I can't, because they are really focused on that map system. He'd drive right into the lake, Lady Bird Lake here in Austin. He'd just go right into it and be like, well, that's what the map told me to do. Yeah, but I might die on a bench. I get to the thing. It's so ridiculous. Like when people actually are dying in the emergency room. When I go to the one closer downtown, because I just never go to it. I assume in the middle of it, like late in the day, like it's okay. It's not like 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday or something. I never ever go to the one downtown. It's fully packed. This guy that looks like Kenny G's checking people in. And he's like, when they ask you, like, so what brings you in today? It's like kind of hard to describe my symptoms. Like, well, I have an autoimmune disorder. I had derma filler. You guys see? The jaw. Let me see if I can. Hold on. See that? See that shit? Yeah. Sup, Clav? Yeah, get some of this. No homo. Had that. But it's from like my own stash. I was like, was it too old? Do I inject it and have a reaction? So I got the antibiotics when I was in LA, and I told you about the plane thing when I like come down, and I'm like, what is going on here? Am I having some sort of weird, horrible reaction to everything? So I don't know what's going on with me. Go in and say, well, I feel like shit. My eyes feel really dry. When I tear, it feels like stingy. And they're like, well, why don't you just go sit over there? And then and I see people with IVs in their arm waiting outside because there must be so many people back in the ER, they don't have beds for them. So they're bringing them in, locking them in with a saline drip, and then pushing them back outside. So that's like inner city New York shit on like a Friday night. Big mistake. Should have gone further north. In any event, I am grateful. No, I'm not. I'm not grateful. I get blood work done. They say everything's fine. I try to hit on the nurse a little bit, even because I'm just scared. I want companionship. And I just talk about my autoimmune disorder. And then she weighs me and intake, and I weigh 246 pounds. And I'm like, fuck. It's like I haven't been that fat since like 2014. And I've lost like a ton of weight. I was in the hospital again earlier in the year. I was like 123 kilograms. That's like a lot more. That's like over 256. 260? So I've lost weight. When I was in LA, my friend gave me tirzepatide, her like official stash, not the peptide stuff that I take for Retta. I'm on Adderall. Can you tell? I was trying to do work today, but like maybe I should have just been in bed. And I don't know if like a sinus infection. I have a cough. Like this pressure here, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm assuming it's like something like that's good sign. Okay, you had this, you're on JAK inhibitors, so your body couldn't defend itself. I don't know. Better than skin necrosis, I guess, from you know? I don't know. So I'm having an autoimmune reaction or something. I'm in there. I talked to her about Nurse Jackie and like whether they have one of those machines where you have to put in your like nurse pin to get Oxycontin so they know you're not like a junkie. And she just like appeased me, and I was at this fat fuck with these stupid questions. I just was trying to make myself laugh, but knowing that this person's like working, maybe they're just on a double shift and they have a bunch of people bleeding in the ER, and she's like busy, but I just like want someone to hold my hand because I'm freaking out. This Asian doctor comes in, a woman, says like, oh, this is this is fascinating. And just giving her all my symptoms. Okay, well, we're going to do some blood work. You know, when you have hypercalcemia from vitamin D, when your parathyroid's shot down, high dose vitamin D, you don't take a blood test for that. You take a urine test. It's difficult to determine like the tissue saturation of all the calcium. So she doesn't do that. Blood work comes back. Everything's normal. She's like, your potassium's at 3.4. I don't know what unit, but it's like, I'd like it at 3.5. I'm like, oh, fascinating. So maybe have some of that. You know, I'm like, thanks. Okay, well, you're all set. Bye. It's like midnight. Come home. Don't feel good. Really don't feel good. Like not happy. Scared. Have my friend, the autistic girl, call her. She's like, I'm not feeling good. She's like, you always don't feel good. I'm like, I just came from the hospital. She's like, you always are at the hospital. I'm like, okay. She's like laughing. She doesn't get it. She's autistic and doesn't like, theory of mind has no precept of like other people's fears or like what they're thinking. She can only think about herself. That's why it's so difficult to be friends with an autistic person that's like severely autistic, because they like cannot understand how offensive they are, how like inconsiderate they are, but they know when you're inconsiderate to them. So you're just end up constantly apologizing to them when you affected them in a negative way, but they have a hard time understanding you. Like you're scared that you're about to die, or that like you're going to go blind, or that like, you know, you're just worried and you're anxious, and you thought you might have hurt yourself with medication to protect your body from an autoimmune disease that's like caused you pain for 5 years. And she's just like, I'm really cozy in bed, you know? So she somehow picks up that I'm freaking out and comes. And that was nice, because I needed like someone to hang out. Yeah, I know that sounds like a toughen up, bro. If you're going to go blind, if you're like, your kidneys, my kidneys also, that was the thing. I told them they were sore. They were really sore. And like that worried me, both of them. And then I looked it up on ChatGPT. Bilateral kidney pain is a good sign that it's not further along. It's the beginning of hypercalcemia, which is probably why my blood work was normal. Dude. Background, Coimbra protocol, high vitamin D, lowers your immune system. People go on it for years. You can't have any calcium. I stop it because of the weird attack I had on the plane in LA, where I was like going to ask the pilot to like take the plane down so I can have an ambulance meet me on the tarmac. I just deal with it and I'm fine. But all weekend, the Boursin cheese, I had that. I had pizza. I had like Nobu, alcohol. I had all this calcium, I shouldn't have done that. I thought that if I stop, I wasn't thinking, no, the vitamin D is like in your system for like 2 or 3 weeks. You got to like the half-life is going to be like a while. So like instantly I'm like freaking out, like, oh fuck, is that what it is? And then you're also at the airport taking a JAK inhibitor every day. So you get sick and you can't defend against it, even though, dude, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm just like, right now I'm anxious. I'm like, my collar is popped. You know how awful that makes me look? You don't care. You just think I look like some sort of punk. Just, I'm cold. Like I'm not actually like effectuating prep schoolness. I feel like shivers all the time. I'm running out of hydrocortisone. Dude. It's amazing how less fat my face is, but how fat I still am. This shirt I'm wearing is so tight, I can't wear it in public. Like I can wear it for the podcast. If I stood up, it would just be like I look like a pear and like fat's billowing out. I'm like, why? Like I'm on hormones to look like this? What the fuck? Why can't I be like super rich where I just have like a team that just like takes care of me, Fiance dead. Okay. Mom dead. Dad dead. No family. Autoimmune disorder, have my own business, all this shit, I handled all by myself. I'm not asking you to feel sorry for me. I'm just saying like it's a little tough sometimes, you know? It's like tough. Ironically befriending an autistic girl that like doesn't think about other people's feelings when maybe you need that. But maybe I need to toughen up. Maybe I need an autistic person to make me even tougher, you know? Maybe because of all the bad stuff, I have to be even tougher. But it's like when you're trying to fix yourself, because like doctors, specialists, like have liability issues. They don't want to give you any serious drugs, and you try to like do crazy things on your own because you're trying to save your brain, save your health, save your future, save the time you have left on planet Earth to be as productive as possible and to be happy. And you hurt yourself, or worse yet, you kill yourself, and some like Asian female doctor, woman who cuts in line, is bad at driving when she's not in the ER, misdiagnosing people as being fine when they're clearly not fine. She literally said when I was being discharged, she's like, try to get some sleep. And like, what was it like, sometimes taking too many vitamins isn't a good thing. It was like the most generic, bizarre thing. I'm like, oh, talk to your PCP. My PCP? Dude, I have like a serious autoimmune disorder that no one knows what it is. Like PCP, my physician, like from childhood, who like told my mom I had chicken pox when I looked like the girl from The Exorcist coming in. I think something's wrong with him. Yeah, it's chicken pox. Thanks, bitch, for bringing him in. I haven't had them yet. He's like 46 years old, having to freak out because he can't like look at me. The same week she brought me to the orthodontist, and like this woman, same thing. She was like hiding from me. Maybe I have like weird PTSD because of that. I was rejected. Plot marks all over my face. My mom's like, I'm going to kill two doctor's appointments in one. One, I'm going to figure out what's wrong with his face. See if it's acne. No, it's fucking chicken pox. Two, I'm going to bring him to that orthodontist appointment. I could reschedule it, but I just like, considering I don't work, I'm a single mom, but I don't work, and I make a lot of money from my family's company through dividends. I just feel like it would be most efficient for me to just scare people with my child like he's a goddamn, like, Cabbage Patch Kid with like Ebola. Just bring him around publicly. And then when I complain, she's like, quiet. I'm like, yes, Mom. You're just like your father. Yes, Mom. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll do whatever you want. And then be codependent for the rest of my life. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, Dad's the bad one. Oh, my God. So what else? I wanted to stream now before the evening in case I feel worse. I think we're about to attack Iran. Trump's last like deadline thing, he just skipped it and went ahead with the Venezuela thing. So I think the market looks like we're trying to buy into it, just like buying against volatility. So a lot of puts, a lot of options to short the market for you laymen. Like people are betting against it. That's being written by someone. You sell a contract and you're wrong. You lose money if the market goes down because that person that you sold it to profited. But usually smart money has large positions to write the option. They have the ability to write the option to sell to you because they have a position, which is usually the opposite. They're selling premium against their long position to an idiot retail person. So that's what I think is happening. I remember 2003, the market went up 28%. We'll see. I tell you about my friend who's a prostitute in New Orleans right now, who's like literally was flown in by this guy staying at the Waldorf, and he like went off with another girl, and she was calling me about how she feels this is a girl with a $15 million trust fund, and she doesn't have it yet, so she's doing like seeking arrangement stuff. And she called me. She felt so rejected. This guy like went off during Mardi Gras drunk, was talking to other girls. I'm like, that's because he's paying you. He wouldn't do that otherwise. He feels like entitled. Still gave her $1,500 for the misunderstanding. Still flew her down there. I think $1,500 for like 4 days at Mardi Gras, like, even if you're staying in a nice hotel, it's kind of not a lot. You should give her probably 5 G's, right? Because it's like she could be making $1,500 in a day. Not condoning this behavior. I'm sure it speaks poorly of me as a person. It's just It's another crazy girl that I tell what to do, and she does the opposite and complains about it. She thinks, she says, I think I'm finally going to get a therapist. And then the guy comes back after hanging out with other girls at some club and is like, oh, never mind. He's back. I'm good. Bye. So concerned about the affirmation from some strange guy. It's like, dude, calling me. Girls only call when they're down. Even at like exes, like don't ever take a phone call from an ex. It's pathetic. Just be like, I can't. I'm busy right now. I'm picking up my you had a girlfriend like last year and say I can't. I'm picking up my daughter from ballet, and she's like, what? And just leave it at that. She's gonna be so pissed in her. It's good, especially if she's a bad person. And even not, it's just funny, and she'll just be like, I'm so confused. He had a family this whole time, or he got a girl pregnant, and it's like a preternatural, like, precocious child who has this unbelievable ballet skill at like 9 months old. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Let that gestate in her head. If anything, it takes away from all the problems she's thinking about in her life. That like some guy that was mean to her, and she calls her ex. They just go through even a girl that loves you. You have a fight, she'll go through her Rolodex, send nudes or something to like some like ex-guy, ex-boyfriend. They will do this at some point in their life. They will get over it, realize it's a bad thing to do. All women do this. They have no interest in fucking the guy. They just want his like affirmation because she's lost you for the time being. It's all the same. Dude, it's like you want to help people. You want to make a difference, You want to like when you have problems, you don't want to deal with your problems. You want to help other people, which helps you because like sometimes you just can't handle being sick all the time. As long as you're handling your stuff in general, you need a little reprieve and you want to like help other people. That's fine. Like a savior complex a lot of guys have is really an insecurity about their own lives. Some dude that like isn't where he wants to be, but helps girls and like pays strippers and stuff like that for like fancy dinners, and he has to grow. So does she. Maybe they can grow together. You're enough, dude. Focus on your business. Focus on your life. You don't need her affirmation. Girls are too easy to like just, make you feel better as a man, make you feel like a king. Some girl that could be easily modeling 5'9" runway in New York City likes you. She's a stripper in Atlanta. And that makes you feel like you make, $10 million a year versus making $10 million a year and not having a girl to share it with. And then you find the girl, which is a lot easier. They find you. But then you men of substance really like find a girl to have kids, to have a family. It's hard. Men like the value system of like this girl, sex, easy, no consequences, no pressure, family, kids, responsibilities, education, mortgage. That's the scary thing. A lot of insecure men that are talented can't handle that. And they are caught up in this cycle of like picking like random borderline personality disorder girls to do as well. I'm aware of this, but I've like overcome a lot of it. I still have the problem because I met them a long time ago. Because I think I can't help it, but like people find you on a dating app that are like that way. They're that way. Like why are the borderline girls swiping right? My profile is ridiculous on Bumble. SMCI having a rebirth here. Can we get out of this doldrums, Maybe fresh, come back up a little bit. Like to see it. A little reversion to the mean here. I mean, the market's done nothing. Nothing. I'm afraid to go outside in the sun that I'll like get sicker because of the vitamin D. That's a good sign, right? That it's something more normal. check here. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, Samara Weaving is so pretty. Dude. Like, Margot Robbie in Wuthering Heights is not a waifish, insecure, awkward introvert. She is a voluptuous, zoftic woman, It's kind of a duplicitous use of adjectives, but she's like not a teenage, insecure, suicidal, virgin, It doesn't work with the new Wuthering Heights. My friend was telling me the other day that like a lot of the gays that are involved in the production of these movies, all the gay Hollywood, gay California, gay tech industry, gay Hollywood, they are like not the best gays because AIDS killed them. So that the creators are the second tier gays of the creative arts. Okay. The other thing, I'm not saying that gays have like a uniform monopoly on creativity. I'm just saying, I think it maybe like social climbing by offering blowjobs and enjoying it probably doesn't hurt. So that's the thing, But I think the other thing is the artist is no longer like in the line of the most talented people from the 80s. It's also, but then that's the other weird thing. What do you mean? Like they don't fuck each other and make like nepo babies. They're gay. They don't like poop babies. So they would be in the 80s, young, talented, but they died. Okay, that's fine. But they're still old. But I guess they'd be in positions to build movies now. The other thing, the poop babies that would have... Sorry, I'm just kidding. The connoisseurs that are in positions to filter things for an audience don't exist. The consumer homosexual of the arts that has a taste, a palate, the nuance of things, they aren't there to direct the invention. But also, this would just be a film like niche thing. Wuthering Heights should be like a niche film. It should not be like a major motion picture. Tim Burton meets like BDSM, which is what they did. Same fucking thing with that book, 50 Shades of Grey. It's like perverse. The book is way better. It's not dark enough. It's not Jacob Elordi sucks in like every way. Like if you think Austin Butler is okay, Jacob Elordi is like his retarded brother. Okay, it doesn't work well. Maybe he'll do well as Bond. Probably. Maybe they make him work by making him Bond, and then guys are like, "That's Bond," Maybe. That because it's not working for me. Saltburn, it was kind of like a peripheral role. It's like whatever, good movie. I liked it, fun for Netflix. But it's tough, man. It's tough to. You have the sunken cost provision. He's really tall. Was he 6'6"? Is he my height? He's tall. You have this guy who's like you're trying to push him, and you have to have the studio film with like you have to like sell people to it. You know how good it would have been if it was like the dude from the Succession that was the original Mr. Darcy, like that type of look, and a girl that's like Kirsten Ritter-ish from Breaking Bad, or the actress that played the witch, Robert Eggers, gorgeous. That girl Jessica Buchanan, look her up on Instagram. Gap tooth, beautiful girl. Now she's Pragos, but her wayfish variants. She would be good. It has to be like a Margaret Qualley isn't sexy enough. She has like a retarded look to her. Like I'm retarded. Speaking of which, I saw this weird Instagram clip or like post about this guy who's a retarded. He's not a retarded punk rocker. He's normal, but he married a retard, and was like. Everyone in the comments was like, love, XOXO. I'm like, this is, you can, a woman who's 24 as a teacher can have sex with a 16-year-old and go to jail like for 50 years. But you can have sex with a retard, and that's considered normal because they're over the age of 18. Make it make sense. Does the parent have to approve? I approve this relationship with my daughter. That's kind of emasculating. Like, you know that your spouse doesn't have actual autonomy and their parents had to approve the marriage. They have to approve that it's like, this is a statutory document releasing all statutory rape claims to my retarded daughter. I approve of this man. That's brutal. It's like, you're not really getting, consent. You're getting like proxy consent. Dude. Kind of like in real courtship where the father approves of you, but in this case it's a liability concern because there's like developmental disabled person that literally can't think for themselves. What if she had Fragile X syndrome? That's fine. If she had cerebral palsy, that's fine. But not Fragile X. I didn't say Fragile X, not Fragile X. No. I didn't mean Fred. That's like Downs. I meant Frederick ataxia, like that. You fully, go in there. You're fine. You make a decision. If he had Frederick's ataxia and said he wanted to have sex with a retarded person and then marry them. One of my friends in like this passive aggressive thing at university says that her girlfriend's father married her mother who was retarded. And she said it in a way to make her look bad to me because she was pissed at her for being late and stealing her like straightener. Dude, why the fuck are you telling me that? I remember it's so weird. God, that girl was a piece of work. Super intelligent, severely just fucked up. But very smarter than I am. Disturbing. She would she would get so drunk and people would hate her. She'd say horrible things when she's drunk. People would throw her out of cars. She'd date doctors and lawyers when she was at university, And then she'd be dumped out of a car for being a drunk fool. And then she'd gaslight me and say nobody likes you. And I'm like, I don't know anyone you know. You mean they don't like you? More importantly, you don't like yourself. But I was codependent. My mom had just died. Top university, medical leave of absence for my mom's death. Come back to school. Guess who's there? On a medical leave of absence for drinking. Her. Fancy hotel. We meet each other. Go to a fancy restaurant. The rest is history. She's only dating me because I'm tall and I have a trust fund. And I'm only dating her because my mom died. That's basically it. Yeah. And then once, trust fund starts to dwindle, she disappears. Of course. My disassociative thing was using money when I was a kid to hide from all the fucked up shit. I would use money to disassociate from reality. You're like, oh, well, what a lucky guy. Yeah, I know, but fucked up things happened. I would disassociate with events or trips. It's not good. It's a privilege, but not good. So my ELOs, drowning. Thought about just getting off testosterone completely. No injection tomorrow. Seriously thought about it. How would I feel? I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm very fat. Girls are still, they don't care. It's crazy. Guys keep talking, they don't care, dude. Focus, be funny, be yourself. Girls don't, I know this is funny. It's girls looks maxing. Let me explain something to you. The girl that you have to acquire that cares about your abs, okay? You're at work, you're doing stuff during the day. No one ever sees you. Be lean, be fine. No one gives a fuck. Be handsome. Be fat too. If you're tall, but you can be anything you want to be. You could be obese. There was a funny Family Guy where Peter, Laura Flynn Boyle, that was one of the girls that Jack Nicholson kept on his estate, living there in one of his guest houses. She was the girl that in Wayne's World that hits the car while on the bicycle and falls over. You know, waif, great option for Wuthering Heights if she was. I don't know how talented she was, but I'm sure she was fun. She was in Peter's Fat, like sleeping there, and like staying warm. Like that's so good.
Market data connection lost.
Women like a big guy. They want a guy who's like of substance, like literally, like physically of substance. Like so many girls say that, like no guy would ever mess with you. I'm like, some guy that knows Brazilian jiu-jitsu who's 5'10" would fuck the shit out of me. What are you talking? In their mind, they just want a big guy. That's all they want. Like big, tall. That's it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that reminder. Should I do interviews in here? Should I do interviews and like talk to people, like government officials or something? Maybe like a Dialog, like, punk them. I'm from the Ministry of Magic, and we just want to know how you can make all the black people disappear. Sorry. Let's go. Brutal. It's Clav streaming in the middle of the day. Let's.
Oh, yeah, no shit, it's fucking due. After 300 tries, are you fucking out of your mind? My God, alright, let's see. Play one more time. I'm getting fucking,
Gamble. He's gambling. That's the new thing. You make tons of money per month by like streaming gambling. Oh, that's good. That's good. Maybe I should do that. Stream myself playing chess and losing over and over again because my brain's on fire. Let's check out the news a little bit. Here. Let's check it out. It's like crazy that you're like a government official in Iran and you just read the Wall Street Journal. It's like Trump weighs limited strike to force Iran into nuclear deal. Like, we already know you can fire. This is so dumb. Like, that's just all this rhetoric, all this stuff played out. It's so stupid. You're going to go in there anyway. You're going to accuse them of violating the deal, and then you're just going to do what you want. So boring. Oh, Binance founder. God. $2.4 billion and you're free from jail. How lovely. Such a con job, man. Didn't Jean-Luc Brunel like hang himself or something? So weird. Oh, my hands are shaking. Well, my hands are shaking and my knees are loose. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who would you think if I had some love and loved? I'm all shook up. Ooh, Epstein's girls. I think like part of it was sex with women on camera that were like literally borderline statutory at best, but it wasn't so much blackmail. It was like, you know, you've partied with me, you've done drugs with me, you fucked these girls with me, like, you know, let's ingratiating yourself with men. Isn't that how you like, you know, partying, having, you know, it's kind of a soft force with some of the blackmail. Because if you blackmail someone and they tell their people, you can blackmail one person, but then you're done, right? Brunel visited Epstein at Palm Beach County Jail 70 times. I know a guard there that said Epstein had his own pod, like multiple cells in a pod, and he would just walk around. And Epstein even talked to the guard and like talked him up about how smart he was. Like, how do you learn stuff? How do you get there? How do you read as fast as you do? He's like, I just like scan the page and then I move. It's like he's doing this weird thing of like sensationalizing and like astroturfing himself to a random guard making $40,000 a year at Palm Beach County Jail. It's just like he wants him to feel like he's amazing. Like this narcissism is so subtle. He doesn't come up to him. The guard's like, "How did you get so rich?" And he's like, "I want to know how do you like when you read something? How do you like know what to like?" I scan the page. Like it's just, dude, keyword. Come on. And smart people have talked to him, like can see that he wasn't really managing money. Like he had money and perhaps other people's, but it was like not like a professional. There's this weird thing that's happening right now where all these girls, all these documents being released are accusing powerful men of things that are unsubstantiated by the claims in the actual criminal filings. You know? It's weird. It's like a process. Prince Andrew will be charged with a process crime for obstruction of justice, but not actually a crime. He probably has some sort of like exculpatory thing in his settlements with Virginia Guthrie, where that none of that testimony or anything said in there can be used against him in a criminal proceeding. Kind of like, if you remember, who does that sound like to you? Epstein, right? 2011 or something, 2008, same thing happened. Like that information and something couldn't be used in the later federal case, but they used it anyway. Same thing with Weinstein, I think. Like almost like a double jeopardy situation in a way, but like Weinstein had a settlement. Cosby had, oh my God, this has happened more than once. Cosby had a settlement with the girl too. A civil lawsuit. They used it to charge him initially. It was like the testimony in the case. It was supposed to be sealed. And in a mutual agreement with the prosecutor that you can't use in the criminal. They did it anyway. It's like they've done this a bunch of times. It's really weird. This is Me Too all over again in some very weird way. But who's pulling the strings here? Is it like we have to disseminate and then things are just like everyone's lost containment? It's very weird. It's very weird. Yeah, he was found hanged in his prison cell in 2022. This Brunel guy. French police intercepted Brunel at a Paris airport as he attempted to board a flight to Senegal in 2020. Dude, it's so weird. 2 hangings? You know what's interesting about Epstein? The pictures. They're like candid photos. What respectfully? Why, if you like to smash a lot of random girls, why would you take pictures with them like their family? It's weird. They're like these holiday. It's like they're used purposefully. It's very strange. Excuse me. He like takes pictures outside by his car in sweatpants. It looks like a candid photo, almost like you're in the picture watching him by his Bentley, and it's not meant to be a photo shoot. It's like an expose of like offerings, or it's it like, was it inculpatory, exculpatory, inculpatory, or culpatory, I should say. Brunel is in this picture. These girls it's like a showcase to other men. Do you like this girl? She's available. Or Brunel, like, you have to do this with me because these girls are, around you in this picture. It could look bad, so now I need your help with this other stuff. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. Testifies he was duped by Epstein. Oh, dude. What do you mean? Leslie Wexner is gay. That's where things get confusing. Why is my hand? It's like, what is that? Is that magnesium? It's like a claw. I have no blood here. I did a YouTube short where I talked about how when you have your phone in bed all the time, your blood rushes from your hands, and then your phone falls and hits you in the face. And how I came up with this like fake product called the Claw, so you don't have to do that. And it's like, what is that? Should just be like in a movie with a couple that are in bed and the phones keep hitting their face and they pick them up again and it's like normal. They don't even like notice it. That would be funny. Also, if you overexpose something or oversaturates like a song on the radio, people stop caring about it. Like all this weird stuff where prosecutors are going after like random people, like customs officers in U.S. Virgin Islands. Dude, this is all so weird. It's so weird. Like the whole system is corrupt. Like the whole thing is a joke. The entire system is corrupt. The government's corrupt. The DOJ is corrupt. There's this weird idea, this false sense of purity, where like they're going to charge some customs officers that took like pineapple drinks or something at one of his parties. They came over. They're not supposed to do that, and then like, in exchange for maybe one day they didn't have their manifest right for the girls that are on a plane. Dude, give me a break. Like, what is that? Was that the insinuation? It's just so like, let's protect the powerful people, and let's just railroad nobodies who are just trying to like, improve their lot. It's so disgusting. The whole thing is disgusting. You need $2.5 billion to get a pardon. Fuck the federal government is just like, fuck it. The whole thing is corrupt. People should be ashamed of themselves. see here. So we're going to war soon. Maybe this weekend. I want to say this weekend. We're going to go to war this weekend, probably Friday night or Sunday. And you'll wake up to it. Maybe even Saturday. I don't know. So the markets can prepare. But like, I feel like we're feeding into the markets will be flat tomorrow. It'll give this false impression of normality. And then you'll see some unusual blocks traded that are settled after hours on Friday. And then you're going to have this huge surge as we just like bomb the fuck out of Iran. This is what's going to happen. It's like so obvious to me. You should be on margin right now. Not on oil. I would maybe even short oil futures, but you should definitely be in tech. And like growth stocks that are not intangible, like real value. Like Bausch Health. That's where you should be. Let's see here. How do I... Oh, yeah. Okay. How do I know how long? There we go. Am I at the 46-minute mark? I like that. Do I have an email from the team here? Let me just check. Ba-da-bup. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try to go for a walk. Hugs and kisses.